All right. 2017 Nissan Armada with the 5.6 liter V8. It's taken me so long to figure out where the variable valve timing solenoids are on this engine. I'm not familiar with this engine. I know they used it in the Infinities as well, but I'm not familiar with Nissans at all. But this one took some time and some research because there was nothing on the internet about where these solenoids are located. I could find everything for the V6 and the 4 cylinders all day long, but the V8, it was like it didn't even exist. So the first one, right there, you can see the silver. That's brand new. That is under, that is on the driver's side under this kind of camshaft phaser cover. It points up this way at the camshaft. That is the variable valve timing solenoid, or VVT solenoid. To get to it, it's pretty easy. You have to remove the airbox and all that. You probably don't have to, but it makes it a whole lot easier. It just gives you room and space to see. But that bracket right there is for this coolant tube. Unbolt that bracket from the cylinder head, and then you can push that back with your hand and then undo that bolt right there. I used a wrench. Super easy. The other side, the passenger side, bank 2, which was the problem on this one, is a pain to get to. As you can see, the belt is off. The tensioner pulley is off, and then there's a bracket that bolts right here that holds part of this harness and that hose right there. But the bolt, you can see the end of the bolt right there. It comes up from the bottom. You can't really fit a ratchet in here, and there's really only one way to get to it. It's with a wrench. Have fun. Good luck. It is kind of a nightmare. But once you do get that bolt out, make sure that you have a magnet or something on hand, or you have small hands to get in there and get the bolt out all the way. Because if you're not careful, you will drop it down into the engine bay, and good luck finding it after that. Once you get the bolt out, you'll twist the solenoid to break it loose, because it'll probably just be stuck on there. But break the solenoid loose and then push down on it. What I did was I turned it so the little bolt tab was facing out right here, and I used my thumb to push down on it as I kind of turned it with my fingers. I had already unplugged it at that point as well. I unplugged it before I unbolted it because it's just easier that way. When you start to get it down, the plastic on the end of that where the harness plugs into it will hit the alternator. You have to push it towards the engine just a little bit, or towards driver's side, to get it to drop down enough to actually come out. It makes you think that you have to pull the alternator, but I didn't have to. Your mileage may vary. You may have to, you may not have to. It just depends on how lucky you are. But once you get everything back in, it's 10 or 15 minutes worth of putting everything back together, and you should be able to, you should be good to go. You should be able to clear your codes and not have any more problems. This one was having like P0022, P0015, P0021, and a couple other codes associated with those codes as well. Basically, it was the camshaft position sensor or the variable valve timing solenoid. We already cleaned the sensors, and when I pulled the solenoids out, they had a ton of buildup and a ton of sludge just stuck in them, so they weren't working. That was the problem. But this, I want to say this year range is like, for the Nissan Armadas, was like 17 to 24. I'm not 100% if it's 24 or 21, but I know it's at least 17. And then the Infinity QX80 is 2014 to 21. And then after that, they switched to a different engine. But yeah, there's that. I'm posting this video because I couldn't find anything on it. It took me several hours to find any information on this engine regarding the variable valve timing solenoids. So now that we've got that out of the way, I'm going to post this video, and this is just so it can help somebody figure out where they're at, because you cannot see these without tearing into the engine bay and start pulling stuff out. You cannot see them. So there you go. I hope it helps. I'm not a professional by any means. This is just something I do for fun. But yeah, there you go. I'm gonna put this back together, and y'all have a good day, and I hope this job goes a lot easier for y'all than it did for me.